And on this day where we remember Elder Herndon, I was in high school when I first encountered him. I was in his Bible classes, and I can remember what his class looked like. See, I don't remember a lot in high school. It's probably my fault, but I do remember this. If you ever walked into Mr. Herndon's classroom, as soon as you walked into your left, on this wall, he had some newspaper clippings. And they were all tabloids. National Enquirer, crazy stuff, aliens, whatever was the word of the week inside those tabloids. He had them all pinned up on a little blackboard. Then as you come into the room, you had the tabloids here. On a wall over here, he had this painting. And all school year, he wouldn't tell you what it was. It was one of those images where you're staring at it, but you don't know the true image. I think it was a woman looking down, but it looked like a dog walking into the park. It looked like a balloon floating in the air. It could have been anything, but he knew what it was. And he waited for a whole year, or your sophomore year, or your junior year, or your senior year to finally challenge you and ask you what was on that photo. So the very thing that you've been looking at all those years, you never truly knew what it was. It was an image of Jesus Christ that he had up there. What's interesting, for as orderly and by the book Mr. Herndon was, about his assignments, what he taught, I don't remember a thing about Bible he taught. That's not his fault. It's mine. But I remember this one thing about him. Outside of my mother, I've never seen a person with such consistent Christian character as Mr. Herndon. I mean, when you're taking teenagers, 16, 17-year-olds, and they're coming from one class and they're yelling and screaming and boisterous and playing around, and you go into his class, into Bible. I don't know what it was. It was something about his spirit and his presence that would sort of command respect without yelling or raising his voice or deriding students or calling us out or exposing us or having to kick us out of class. Something about his spirit, his presence, that was power and therapeutic for us. And so if I don't remember anything that he said, I remember the spirit that was in the man. Amen.